Our competitive advantage is that this is the only thing we do. It also it ties nicely back to why we haven't raised all our money, because this market is quite small. Like there's not infinite amounts of like early stage funds, right? That's one. Two, early stage funds tend to have like lower AUM, so asset under management. And asset under management is essentially directly tied to how much money they have to spend on like wages, tools, and stuff like that, right? So like a massive fund will have more money to spend on tools, and a small fund will have less money. That also means that our market is just not like the market for pre-seed fund is just smaller than it is for Series A, Series B, Series C funds, because they have to be massive in order to write the checks that are required at that level. So our like we see it actually as a competitive advantage that it's a small market. It's the only thing we do, and it's the only thing we'll continue to do, and we'll continue to serve this extremely well until it's basically like 100% there. Which is also why it comes back to a little bit what we talked about earlier. That is the reason why we haven't raised venture funding, because I mean, venture funds, right? They're looking for not only a category winner, but a category winner in a sufficiently large market that they can make like 100x return. And it's very, very hard for our company to become a unicorn. Like a unicorn is like an arbitrary number, right? But it's very hard for our company to become like a very large company because our market is just not there. Yes, when we start growing into like A, B funds, it becomes larger. But even then, it's still quite limited just because in case you want to make a real VC fund, like a fundable case, you probably have to go into like private equity, real estate, stuff like that. And that is just not, it's like two adjacencies away from our core.